David Finch, surely the biggest influence on my comic book drawings. He's teaching us so much on his YouTube channel, and he and his wife Meredith keep us entertained every Monday with their live stream. And he did a couple of collaborations with me here on YouTube, which means it's time to give something back. Yeah! In their honor, I will draw them both as comic book heroes. That's going to be fun. So let's get a piece of paper. Strathmore bristle paper, 200 series. That's the one David Finch uses. Also this 2H pencil. My name is Dr. Rocker and this channel is all about comic book drawings. So make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you won't miss out on any of my future comic book videos. And make sure to watch the whole video because I will give you a bunch of tips and tricks. But now, let's draw! Okay guys, I got David Finch already as Conan the Barbarian. This is just a rough line work, there are no shadings yet, but I want to construct the drawing any further. It was actually quite difficult to draw David Finch, I hope you can recognize him. I chose Conan the Barbarian because David draws an awesome Conan. And he will kind of fit to the one I will do for Meredith, which will be Wonder Woman. Cause, as you might know, Meredith Finch had a really great run on writing Wonder Woman. And David drew it, so check it out if you haven't already. I bought the whole book, it's really good. And the third reason I chose this kind of medieval characters is because Meredith is such a horse person, there needs to be a horse in the picture. So I thought that would fit perfect. So let's draw Meredith, Wonder Woman, Finch, and the horse. Let's go! Intermission! Since today's drawing has a horse on it, I would like to show you our horses. So let's go outside. Hey horses! This is Marshall. She's like 122 years old. My wife got her when she was just 12 years old. That's how a crazy horse person my wife is. Got a horse when she was 12. This is our pony. She's called Jolly. Jolly! Ah! She's stubborn. And this is Hilly. He's a ninja. That's why he's so black. Mitzi? She's very beautiful and I guess the same amount of stupid. But you're a lovely horse, yes, I know, yes. Come to daddy. Nice little horsey. But it's way too cold to play with horses now. It's like -3 degrees Celsius. That's like -129 degrees Fahrenheit. Or something like that. So, back to the drawing table. And I'm done with Meredith. She's got a bit of an evil smile there, but I guess that's the face she has when she's banning someone from the stream. Which is not true. Actually, I just had this photo because, of course, I could just find photos of the guys when they are laughing. Because that's how you get your photo taken, usually, which is a good thing. But it's very hard to draw someone alike, but in another expression. So I had to do the evil grin kind of thing. Hope you're okay with that, Meredith. And before we will draw the horse, I will get myself a smoothie. Okay, I told you before, Meredith is a horse person. And I asked her once in a stream, what is your favorite kind of horse? And she told me a gypsy horse. So, let's do one of those in the background. Let's go! Okay my friends, I'm done with the first draft. There's Conan Finch with a cut off demon head, lots of smoke in the background, Wonder Meredith holding her lasso of truth and the dagger, Gypsy Horse in the background, Conan holding his sword in the left hand because David Finch is left-handed, which means the stronger wrist protection is on the right side to block the blows from the enemies. So now we will add some line weight and some strong blacks, and I will do all this with my 2H pencil, because I want this drawing to be pencils only, so let's pencil. To provide an extra clean drawing, I will use the eraser and tone it down a little bit, the whole drawing. And now I will use my extra fresh sharpened pencil to do some lines from the smoke. And I will even put some line weight in the smoke. Not too much, because smoke is not really something you could grab. But still, a little bit of line weight makes it look more alive. Here I'm drawing the line from the leg of Wonder Woman first, because all the lines from the smoke will end up in these lines. So it's the best way, of course, to draw this one first. And you can see I'm drawing this one a bit bigger and more line weight in those lines, because that's a leg.
Para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
Done with the line weight and also the black areas. This led to a more dramatic look already, but we need to do all the rendering, because then these figurines will come to life really good. I'm not too happy with the faces, but I have to say it's really hard to draw them, first of all, in a comic book style, where you don't really can use soft shadings. That would be way easier when doing portraits. And like I told you before already, it's really hard to draw another expression than the one on your reference. But that's the way it is, so let's move on to some rendering. I will still stick to my 2H pencil for that. Freshly sharpened, very important, but not too sharp at the same time. And as always, I will try not to overdo all my hatching lines, because I tend to do that. So, let's go! I will soften up my freshly sharpened pencil tip like that, because this way I will have total control. And no surprises. If it would be too sharp, I would damage the paper too much. And it would be too thin. That's not what we want. So do that before you start drawing. And here you can see the thumbnail I did for this drawing actually. But you can see it's actually quite similar to the big piece. I will start with some leftover lines from the smoke to get in the zone properly. And now we'll start hatching right there. Also putting in some extra details like little holes and bumps. And for the teeth I will actually use the very sharp side of the pencil like that for a really thin line. Look at that. Since this monster here is already dead, there will be no reflection in his eyes. I will just go and blacken them out. Then he looks even more dead. And we will even go ahead and hatch those little wrinkles, like that. Just small circles actually, very fine lines. And take your time even with those, very important. Here I will do longer lines because this is in the shaded side of the face. Also here I will add some extra lines for shading actually. Not just blacking it out, but do a lighter shading with lines like that. Looks better, especially when you take a look at the picture from far away. With those small circles you're doing for the small hatchings, you can go really thick. That looks very good as well. Mix them up. For me, the bicep area right here is the most important one when doing hatching lines. So really try to do those properly, because that's the muscle the eye catches the most when you take a look at the overall picture. And when you do those like this, the veins come out so great, so that's a very important part of this hatching area. But again, I don't want to overdo them, so I will make them shorter right here. And also 1 or 2 lines in this direction. Very often it's enough to do 1 or 2 lines. That's something I had to learn the hard way, because I went along and did line after line after line, and then I overdid the hatching. But I will leave it like that, and it actually looks good. You have to take a look from farther away to see this properly. Just like that, you see? That's enough. Now look who's watching. I guess the cat wants to get in. Too cold outside. Pinky, come on, get inside. Oh, it's better, right? Yes. Yes, I love you too, of course. Okay, back to the hatching. When you want to make sure to find the flow again after you've been away for a little bit, just do this. Now I have a better feeling for the pencil again, and now I will do some hatching lines. And one arm is done. As you can see, there are no hatching lines right here, because this is a leathery effect. This is a very polished leather, so no hatching lines necessary. And in comparison to the part where there is the skin, it stands out even better. And another thing you can try out when you want to make sure to have really good control over your pencil, you might want to hold it a little bit more at the tip. Just try it out and fool around with this a little. Okay, but now let's turn on some music. And I'm done, my friends! David Finch and Meredith Finch as superheroes. Dave as Conan the Barbarian. Meredith, Wonder Woman, Finch. And a sweet, sweet gypsy horse for the background. Especially for you, Meredith. And I dare say I didn't over-render this one, which I'm very proud of. And as you can see on the Wonder Woman part, there's almost no rendering. I almost don't render female characters. They just look better that way. And also the horse is very bright. It's supposed to be a white horse with some dark spots. So congratulations, my Finches, to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's amazing and totally earned. And if you like this video, guys, check out this one. That's the first one of the series where I tried to draw like David Finch for 7 days in a row. That was quite a lot of fun. I learned a lot and it's really nice to watch, I hope. So have a great day and I'll see you on this video, okay?